So, oh my, okay. Mrs. Onyagu, so tell me, where did you put that course that you want to change? You have deleted it. Okay, I'll just use something to show you an example now. Okay, so let me go to training course. Okay, so let's say, oh no, sorry, training course 2. Let's say I'm right here in training course 2, and I was supposed to do something here in training course 2, but I mistakenly did the thing in Ibekwe, this course right here, in Mrs. Ibekwe's course. No, maybe I mistakenly did it in Maths A, for example. Alright, so I want to bring it now from Maths A to this training course 2. What would I do? Please pay attention. It's not difficult, but if you don't pay attention, you just miss one or two things, you mess up this whole page. It's not like it's difficult, it's not like it's even technical, it's just that you have to pay attention. Do we understand, everyone? Thank you. So right here, I'll come to this page. This is where I want to bring the thing. I want to bring the thing to training course 2. I want to take it from Maths A to training course 2. So I'll come here to my wheel button and I'll say import. I'll say what? I want response. Okay, so if I click on import, my page is loading. Okay, so it's asking me to find a course to import data from. Where do I want to import data from? I want to import data from Maths A. If what I want to import from is not here, I'm going to type it here to search. For example, what's not here? I don't have verbal here. So if maybe verbal year 2, I'll type it in. I'll type verbal and click enter. So it will give me all the verbal classes. This is verbal year 1, year 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if it's verbal year 5, I'll click that and say continue. But I'm not taking from verbal, so I'm taking from Maths A. So let's go back to Maths A. So I'll take Maths A, I'll check it, and I'll say continue. Now where you need to pay attention to is where we're getting to. Import settings. Do you want to import activities and resources, blocks, files, filters, calendar, question bank, groupings, competencies, custom field? Well, it depends on what you want to import. But in this case, the kind of example that Mrs. Onyagu gave, what she wants to import is activities. For example, if you have typed a question, that's an activity. If you have uploaded a label, that's a resource. If you have uploaded a file, that's a resource. If you have typed given an assessment, that is an activity. So you want to import activities and resources. Now, you don't need any other thing, that is all. But if it's a question, you will need the question bank to go along with it. Otherwise, the question will not be pulled. Do you understand? Yes, so if it's an activity like a quiz, an assignment, you will need the question bank to go along with it. But if it's just a file, a URL, a label, you don't need any other thing. It's just the activities and resource. So you do next. Please don't do jump to final step. People who like to rush, don't. Leave that until you become a pro. When you're a pro, you will understand what all of those they work for. So you see, if you jump to final step, you skip this part, and this part is very important. Now you know we said activities and resources. So these are all the activities and resources in Maths A. We are not trying to import all of them. Do you understand? There's just an activity that we want to bring in. So you look for the activity. So let's assume that Oh gosh, guys, I really don't like this thing about noise in the background. It's a training room. Please, please, thank you. Okay, so let's say what I want to pull is activity 1 and classwork 3D shapes. Those are the two things that I mistakenly typed in Math A. Let's say it's just those two, so I'm going to uncheck the rest of them. So if you do this, everything here is gone. If you do this, everything here is unchecked. But if you want to take it one after the other, then you have to check it and uncheck one after the other. But what I need is not in week 1 and it's not in week 2. What I need is in week 3. So in week 3 I have to uncheck this and this. So these are the two things I need: classwork and activity 1. I don't need week 4, so I'll uncheck that. I don't need week 5, I'll uncheck that. That's all. So you see, everything is unchecked except what I want to bring in, and those are classwork 3D shapes and activity 1 3D shapes. So I go and I'll say next. So those are the things, this and this, and everything is now X'd except what I want to bring in, which are classwork 3D shapes and activity 3D shapes. So every other thing is X'd, and then I'll say perform imports. Okay, so it's loading. 78%, 89, 96, 99, 100, done. Continue. Okay. So you can see I'm in my training course 2. Let's scroll down. Can you see the 2 courses uploaded and 2 items we imported? Have you seen them here? Hey friends, can you see them? So we have brought them here. So if I want to move them from where they should be to somewhere else, all I need to do is turn editing on. Now editing is turned on, I can move them. Okay, once editing is turned on, I can move them from here to where they are supposed to be. What happened? Okay, I didn't do that well. Alright, so I can move them to where they are supposed to be. So maybe they are supposed to be under week 2. I can take it now and drag it to week 2. Click and drag. It's now in week 2. Maybe this one is supposed to be in week 1. I can click. There are 2 ways to do it. You see, I'll click and drag. That's one way. Another way is I just click on it and all of this will come out. But don't worry, don't be confused. Just look for where it's supposed to be. Is this supposed to be after English task 1 or after English task 2? Then click that. So you see, it has moved. It's no longer at the bottom. It has moved to after English task 2. Alright, so guys, this is how to move activities. I can take this also, but that has already been moved. Alright, so that's how we move activities. If you peradventure, just reload, peradventure mistakenly did your work somewhere else, alright, you can then move it. So you see, I've moved the 2 of them from parts of speech. If I don't need parts of speech as the topic, I can then delete it. That's all. I'm done. I've moved classwork 3D shapes to week 2 fractions. I've moved activity 1 3D shape to week 1 English exercises. So that's how to import whatever data that you mistakenly populated on a different course page.